Well, Stillwater is also getting ready for flood trouble.
And that's where we find our Barrett Leone live this morning as the last-minute preps are underway. Barrett, good morning.
Hey, good morning, AJ and Pauline. Yeah, Stillwater has been busy this last few weeks. They're bracing for potentially historic flooding here, and I'm joined by Stillwater Mayor Todd Koslowski. Thank you so much for joining us and waking up early with us this morning.
Of course.
Yeah, and you guys have been busy. Tell me what flood preps you have been doing so far.
Well, really, for the last couple of weeks, we've been working on this enormous levee that basically spans from one end of town to the other. You can see it's about 12 feet wide, about 8-10 feet high, depending on where we're at. And it's a pretty substantial effort, again, especially for a small town like ours.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were chatting a little bit before this. Last time we saw water on Water Street,
Right.
93, and we're potentially going to see that again here with this year.
That's what it looks like. Right now, the forecast is for 689 feet above sea level, and that's something we really haven't seen since 2001, 93. So it's been a while since we've seen that kind of forecast.
Yeah. Later on this morning, we're going to be chatting with Senators Amy Klobuchar and Tina Smith. What will that discussion entail?
You know, I think just, showing what we have to go through to deal with this. This is something that Stillwater's had to deal with since its inception, and we're getting really good at it. But unfortunately, looking at the frequency of these events, more than half of all significant flood events since we've been tracking it from 1950 have happened since the year 2000. So the reality is it's happening more frequently than it used to. And so it's causing more damage from shoreline erosion and in our parks and everything else. And so, hopefully we're here to talk about how maybe the federal government can help us out.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing about Stillwater and what we've seen with this flood prep is just the community effort, and it's been really incredible to watch that. What is that like for you as mayor?
I mean, it feels great. I think it's why we live in Stillwater. People always say Stillwater has all this character, and I like to say it has loads of characters, right? Like, it's such a great town. The sandbagging here is like a badge of honor, right? People's grandparents did it in the 60s. People's parents did it. Everybody wants to sign up and do it. It's kind of like a hot ticket, a hot concert ticket to get a volunteer spot.
That's really special. At one point, you were turning away volunteers. So
we had to. People were calling me. They're like, Teddy, can I get in the 4:30 shift? I'm like, I can't do it. We're full. So.
Well, it's a great problem to have. Is lots of volunteers. Well, thank you so much for waking up with us this morning. We will continue that coverage at 8:30 with Senators Amy Klobuchar and Tina Smith as they gather with city leaders to talk about that flood prep work. But for now, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Well, as you mentioned, Barrett, they're prepared for it, but they're tired of being prepared for it all the time. So we understand. We'll see what those senators have to say today. Our Barrett Leone live at Stillwater. Thank you.